Hola. ¿Qué estilos tienes? Mira, tengo 3 hijos y un esposo de ese tamaño.
It's a story that's played out since the dawning of time. Parents wanting what's best for a child, but the child following his dreams.
¿Y le va a seguir insistiendo a su hijo que se meta a las guayaberas?
Chef Eliu Shikum went against his father's wishes of taking over the family guayabera shop and is creating extraordinary dishes as a top chef in the vibrant city of Valladolid.
Creo que hoy en día es hacer estos platos que hablan de mí, de mi familia, de dónde vengo.
He's still making guayaberas, but doing it with food. And as a mom of 3 boys, my wish is for them to wear their guayaberas and cook with me.
Looks so handsome.
We're making some fiery tequila and lime skirt steak tacos. Then I'll whip up a sweet lime and chile de árbol guacamole
Very spicy.
and a creamy and cheesy potato galette.
Oh, now we're getting all cheesy. Mmm. ¡Está buenísimo! Super sweet.
Échale nada más encimita, ándale.
¡Sonó rico! So breathtaking.
There are those who appreciate nice clothes. Then there are those who build monuments to their clothes. The town of Tequit, in the heart of the state of Yucatan, is the latter. Known as the capital of the Guayabera, the tiny town of Tequit is a wonderland for Guayabera lovers. Home to more than 200 workshops that manufacture these traditional shirts.
Hola. ¿Para dónde está el centro? ¿Para allá? ¿Sí?
Today I'm here to learn the history of the Guayabera, meet some of these skilled tailors, and find my style.
Hola. Uy, qué preciosa tienda. ¿Qué cantidad de guayaberas? ¿Qué estilos tienes? Mira, tengo 3 hijos y un esposo. Y son más o menos de ese tamaño.
There are different theories, but many believe the Guayabera was born by Cuban field workers in the late 19th century who needed comfortable, practical clothes for the hot, humid climate. The name is said to come from the guava fruit that workers would keep in the pockets of their shirts.
Esta es una presidencial.
Esto me
Esta
encanta.
parte lo hace una regiada.
Ajá.
Now they're a symbol of Latin American culture, worn as a fashion statement to everything from formal events to casual outings.
Típico de una guayabera. Cuéntame qué define una guayabera.
Una guayabera tradicional sería esta, que es
Ajá.
una cubana. Esta
Uy,
es
esa
una
está
cubana,
preciosísima.
4 bolsas.
¿Y ha evolucionado mucho cómo hacen las guayaberas?
Sí, de hecho aquí tenemos una frase.
It says to create you have to be conscious of the traditions, but in order to maintain the traditions you have to continue creating. That's so beautiful because I think it applies to everything, not only guayaberas but also cooking.
Time to continue on the Guayabera hunt. But where's everyone?
It's the siesta time because it's so hot. Pero usted sí está abierto.
Sí, está abierto, sí, claro.
Muy bonita su guayabera.
Sí, es lo que estamos haciendo.
Desde que usted se acuerda, ¿se han hecho guayaberas aquí en Tequit?
Bueno, sí, desde cuando yo crecí, por eso, cuando empezaron eran pocas empresas que estaban haciendo.
Ajá.
Entonces ya poco a poco empezó a Tequit crecer. Entonces poco a poco entonces, nosotros metimos a la costura acá.
Muy
Todos los
elegante. ¡Ah, es su
modelos.
marca!
Sí, es esto.
Y
Sí.
la marca es Antares.
Es Antares, exclusivas Antares.
So Antonio is making his own brand. Pues mucha suerte.
Mucho gusto.
Getting a little hungry and I'm smelling corn tortilla. Let's see if we can grab a snacky snack. You guys, this is amazing! Michelle is making fresh masas.
These fresh tortillas use nixtamalized corn from the region.
Y luego aquí sale la masita. Oh my God, that is amazing! ¿Sí tiene salecita? Poquito.
¿Así o más?
Así está perfecto. You know what this is called? A freshly made tortilla with a little salt is called a taquito de nada, a nothing taco. It's one of the best tacos. Otro poquito más. In Mexico, we always have a taco de nada. There's so many ways to make your tacos, and most of the tacos that I love have a guacamole. So we're gonna make some skirt steak tacos. I'm gonna make a guacamole to go with it. So I'm gonna start with the chile de árbol. These chiles de árbol that I have here are from the Yucatan. They have a darker color, they're a little spicier. These are chiles de árbol that I got here in the US. They're also great. And these big ones I got from Jalisco. They're smoky and amazing too. I guess I'm gonna go with the ones from the Yucatan. And I'm gonna toast them in the comal, which I already preheated. It's at medium heat. So you wanna toast them, and you can toast them to the extreme, but you don't wanna burn them. Okay, so here we go. I can smell the smoke. It's good if it should make you cough a little. I'm gonna chop the chiles just a little. They get jumpy. When they're dry, they're jumpy, and when you toast them, they're even jumpier. 1 generous teaspoon of salt. And then I'm gonna add the juice of lima or sweet lime. In the US, goes by sweet lime, which confuses a lot of people because they think that it is just a lime that is sweet and that has matured or changed color, but it's not. It's a different ingredient. And then I'm just gonna mash away. This is such a delicious sound. And then most important thing of your guacamole is to have ripe avocados because they're the most buttery and delicious. I'm using a spoon so that I can get all of the meat and get really close to the skin. I'm gonna start mashing and mixing. And I like my guac a little bit chunky. A bit of chives, which gives a nice fresh crunch, scallion-like taste. This is the sound of guac being devoured. Okay, so now we're gonna make the tacos to go with the guacamole, and we also have to celebrate that I went to the Guayabera town and my boys actually agreed to put on the Guayabera, so ¿me ayudan? Hola, mi amor. Okay, let's cook it. You guys look so handsome.
I don't think we've matched like this since I was 10 years old.
Yeah. I wanted to make this skirt steak with jalapeno and different peppers that I tried in the Yucatan with a special rub.
Add 1/4 teaspoons of oregano, black pepper, ground allspice, cumin, coriander, a pinch of cinnamon, 2 cloves, stems removed and crushed, and 2 teaspoons of salt.
So this is skirt steak.
Okay.
So you go across the grain. Pieces like that, okay?
Like this size?
Juju's on the meat. So Sammy va a hacer la cebolla. You cut it in half. Y fíjate, we have a jalapeno and banana pepper.
Okay.
You want to cut them in half. Y vamos a hacer rajitas. ¿Y quieres quitarle las semillas?
Okay.
Let's use
Good job, sí.
Yeah.
It smells really good. Okay, do así como eyeball a tablespoon. Primero vamos a cocinar las verduritas.
Okay. Yeah.
Todo. Vamos a echarle todos los chiles. We don't want to super brown everything. we want it to wilt. Mira qué bonito se ve. You can do it todo. Okay. Now, we want the pan to be really hot, okay?
More oil.
Chuchu, ponle como una cucharada de aceite. Ya. Okay. Ahora fíjate, we can rinse our hands. Mira, this is the secret. One thing I learned from parrilleros, like, don't flip the meat until it sweats. Okay, so now you're gonna add half of the tequila.
Oh my God.
Okay, now limón. So, lime. That's it. A ver, ponlo aquí abajo. Todo.
That was good.
Todo. Ok, pásame. Ahí están, en el trapito verde, Alan. Most important things about a good taco are,
Tortilla.
you know, the tortilla is so good if it starts puffing. ¿Viste? Yo creo que estas tortillas ya están.
Yeah?
Sí.
Looks so good.
Some onion and some guac. Salud.
Salud.
Mira.
It's good. It's great.
Awesome. Pásale.
In Yucatan, guayaberas are more than a fashion statement. The industry is an economic pillar for many families. The region was known for growing henequen, a plant similar to agave used for making many things, including ropes and bags. But when that industry collapsed in the early 1900s, many farmers turned to the new guayabera making industry. Eliodoro Shicum and his wife Maria Isabel were at the beginning of that wave of farmers turned guayabera makers.
Hola. Elio, ¿cómo está?
Eliodoro has been making guayabera since he was 18. He has every style in his shop.
¿Cuáles son las más populares?
Las de lino,
Las de lino.
son puras guayaberas.
¡Qué bonito!
Son raros, que ellos son bonitos.
Está precioso.
But learning the craft required going against his father's wishes. His father wanted him to work the fields, but Eliodoro was worried about making ends meet.
¿Cómo se le ocurrió empezar a hacer guayabera?
Es que como no hay trabajo, no hay nada, pues solo en el campo no hay entradas. Pues fui a buscar trabajo en Mérida y entonces conocí a un señor que fabrica guayabera y entré a trabajar allá. Vine acá, enseñé a gente para trabajar guayaberas.
Y empezó su
y empecé mi taller.
Eliodoro and Maria Isabel now have 9 kids of their own, 8 daughters and 1 son, one rebellious son. I guess the guava fruit doesn't fall far from the tree.
Él no le gustó fabricar guayabera.
¿No le gustó?
No. ¿Cuántas veces insistí que hago guayabera? Él no, de por sí es cocina.
¿Usted qué quería que hiciera Elio?
Pues quisiera que sea abogado, pero era caro el estudio. Le dije yo, trabaja, vamos a trabajar la guayabera. Y yo le insistí que para que vas a trabajar en otro lugar, allí te van a regañar, pero él no lo quiso. Si yo me muero mañana, no tengo quien siga mi trabajo.
Claro. Pues voy a ir a conocerlo y voy a ir a comerme su comida. Sí, le mando el recadito de que se meta a hacer guayaberas con ustedes. A ver si no me dice, dile a mis que se vengan a cocinar.
Before I cook with her son, I want you to cook with me.
So I'm gonna start an Edam cheese and potato galette. And the first thing I'm gonna do is the filling of that potato galette. I have my skillet at medium heat, and I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of unsalted butter. I'm gonna add a cup of white onion that I already chopped. And then I'm gonna add a banana chile or güero chile, blonde chile. It's kind of spicy with a little bit of a bitter taste that lingers. I like to remove the seeds for this one. So here it goes. And then I'm adding a couple of garlic cloves that I already chopped. So now that we made it to this point, I am gonna add Swiss chard, but I am adding it because it's very hard to find chaya. So if you can't find chaya, you can use Swiss chard, or you can use a combination of Swiss chard, spinach, watercress, or either of them. And to use Swiss chard, remember to remove the leaf from the stem, and you just chop it. And I have 4 cups that I already sliced. We're gonna cook this until the Swiss chard wilts, and you can see the color changing to a deeper green. Oh, it is looking good. So I'm gonna mix the creamy sauce for the potato galette.
The cream sauce takes 2 cups of milk, 2 cups of cream, 1 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper.
So I have my cast iron pan, and I'm gonna add some butter to it. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some of the cream that I mixed to the bottom. And then I'm gonna start layering my potatoes, which I already peeled and thinly sliced. I used 3 pounds of roasted potatoes, and I keep them in cold water so they won't brown. I feel like I'm dealing cards at a casino. I love blackjack. Okay, another layer until I can still see the cream milk sauce. So now I'm gonna add my filling with greens seasoned with this banana pepper. So yum. So I'm gonna pour some milk. Okay, so once you're here, you wanna continue until you can see no more milk. I have my oven at 400 degrees, and I'm gonna bake it for 30 minutes. So my oven is ready.
About 3 hours away from his father's Guayabera workshop in the vibrant city of Valladolid, Chef Elio Chicum is doing his own kind of weaving. He's weaving stories in the form of food. As head chef at the restaurant Don Diablo, he takes the rich flavors of the Yucatan and makes dishes that honor his culture in innovative ways. One dish is actually a guayabera. And walking to the restaurant where he works is a delight.
¡Qué rico!
Valladolid is an exuberant city, buzzing with street vendors and colorful colonial architecture. The city's main square is home to the stunning San Servasio Cathedral, which dates back to the 16th century. But I digress.
Hola Pati, ¿qué tal?
¿Cómo estás?
Bienvenida.
¡Qué rico!
Bienvenida, igualmente. Mira, voy a hacer un ladito esto.
¡Wow!
The guayabera recipe was designed to honor his father and uses ingredients inspired by his family's cooking. A taquito made with edam cheese instead of a tortilla, stuffed with chaya, a spinach-like plant native to the Yucatan, set on top of a guayabera stenciled with avocado sauce.
Estamos en un proceso en el que me estoy descubriendo como cocinero. Creo que hoy en día es hacer estos platos que hablan de mí, de mi familia, de dónde vengo. De hecho, descubrir que la cocina es también una oportunidad de réplica, es una oportunidad de decir que están pasando cosas.
Through cooking, Chef Elio honors his community and Mayan roots, highlighting stories of social injustices that he and his family have experienced or witnessed.
Tu crees que a través de la cocina se puede abrir una puerta para hablar de esos temas difíciles?
Sí. Hay una filosofía de trabajo con la que siempre comparto con mis cocineros. Hay una frase, hablo maya, es te ovene kushokolutsiguel el bashuchantup el kahlaili kuchane. Son situaciones muy complejas en el que la gente está peleando por sus derechos, su derecho al agua, su derecho al medio ambiente, su derecho a defender lo suyo. Veía a mi papá ir a la capital, Mérida, a vender sus guayaberas, ver la discriminación que había. Entonces el hablar de él con estos platos es hacer visible a la gente que se va a la capital. Pero voy por ese camino, querer seguir exponiendo situaciones que están pasando, pero a veces son complicadas de mostrar con palabras y a veces un plato dice muchísimo.
Through these stories, Chef Elio shares the legacy of his community and his family. And maybe his father can't blame him for going into cooking. That's who he learned it from.
Mi mamá cocina delicioso, pero mi papá tiene ese toque en los platos y lo tomó de mi abuelo.
Ese taquito no tiene tortilla.
No, no tiene toque.
Ah, ¿esto es de queso?
Es de queso.
Ah, ya vi.
Muchas gracias.
Está buenísimo.
Creo que fui de esos rebeldes cuando dije, no, yo quiero hacer algo diferente. Hubo una época en la que decidí salirme de casa y no regresar. Fueron casi 2 años sin...
¿Cuántos años tenía?
Tenía 22, 23 años, pero pues por azares del destino regreso a casa. Creo que hicimos las paces y desde ahí pues todo cambió.
Y ahora tú estás honrando a tu papá con tus platillos y como veo, te haces tus guayaberas.
Sí.
Elio's guayabera was designed by his father, a supportive gesture. However, his parents still have yet to show the ultimate support.
¿Ya vieron este platillo?
No lo han visto. No lo han visto. Hoy en día, pues, creo que mi papá cree un poquito más en mi trabajo.
Mira, yo tengo 3 hijos. A veces nos equivocamos tal vez en el consejo porque pues queremos proteger a nuestros hijos, pero tú también has visto su trayectoria y cómo a él le ha costado trabajo, ¿no?
Exacto. Me siento muy contento y muy orgulloso del trabajo que ha hecho.
¿Tú crees que algún día van a cocinar juntos?
Espero que sí.
Sí.
Espero que sí.
Whether or not they cook together, Eliodoro Sr. has finally accepted one difficult truth.
Entonces, ¿usted qué cree? ¿Que le va a seguir insistiendo a su hijo que se meta a las guayaberas o ya no?
Pues ya no, ya sabe qué va a hacer.
As my potatoes are cooking, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the cheese I'm about to grate, which you may have seen, of course, it's Edam cheese, but this cheese got to the Yucatan in the Enequén Hacienda era. It is an integral part of Yucatecan cuisine. I know, it's wild. The flavor of Edam cheese is so sharp, so strong, but it also beautifully melts. Looking really good. You can see the potatoes have been cooking in here. And now, just shower it with cheese. Yum. Careful, because it's still saucy. I'm gonna put it back in the oven for another 30 minutes. What a beauty. What a beauty! I love delicious messes, and this is a delicious mess. Oh, now we're getting all cheesy. It is crazy comforting. So much sazon, and it's so... The cheese is mixing with the wilted greens, and the potatoes are so soft, and the cheese created a crust. Yum.